Again, given your ROE, the higher is the retention ratio, the higher is the expected growth. So let's calculate those for Kroger and Walmart. First, Kroger. Take the retention ratio, multiply it with ROE, divided by 1 minus the same product, ROE times retention ratio. So Kroger should expect about 15% averaging the last 2 years growth next year, unless they increase their leverage. If they keep their leverage the same, that's pretty much maximum they can achieve. Let's calculate it for Walmart. The average is about 8%. It's pretty much half. Why? 2 reasons. A, Kroger has a higher retention ratio, and B, they have higher leverage. That's why, provided they don't change their leverage and profitability ratios are pretty much similar, you should expect a higher growth rate from Kroger compared to Walmart. Okay. In the second half, we'll do some problems, but right now I just want to let's talk about so-called price multiples. These are ratios where one of the components is the price of stock, either per share or total. The most famous one is price earnings ratio. Also known as PE. That's price per share divided by earnings per share. Or you can also write it as market capitalization divided by net income. Okay. And when you're calculating these, when you are calculating these ratios, calculating PE, make sure to use net income numbers after correcting for minority interest. Let's do that for Walmart. Currently, Walmart price, if I go to financeyahoo.com, among other places, type the ticker WMT, and it's 163.42. Net income for Walmart, this is 2022. We have that numbers. After minority interest. Because the stock price doesn't care about minority interest. It's already after minority interest. The number that you would see consolidated net income attributable to Walmart. So 11,680. That's in millions. Since prices per share we also need number of shares from 2022, 10K, since the earnings were from 2022, 10K. And you can find those, let me see, pretty much you can find it in cover page. Shares outstanding, that is in thousands, I do believe. No, it's actually total number of shares. So I'm going to copy that number. Yeah. 2, 695, 655, 93. That's 2,695,000,000 shares, pretty much. Hence, PE would be 160. Let's calculate EPS first, which is short for earnings per share. Take the total income, 11,680. That's in millions. 123, divided by this number. Come on. Okay, you're gonna make me right. So let me put a dollar in front so that this will also be dollar. So for each Walmart share, Walmart earned $4.33 in 2023. Hence, PE is 163.42. 37. You need to kind of think about what that means. Now, PE means the following. Assuming that earnings will remain per share same as last year, it would take you 37.74 years to recover your investments. Okay, now let's do the same thing for Kroger. Net income for Kroger after minority interest. Do not confuse it with Minority Report. You guys remember that movie?
Heard of it.
It's actually a pretty good movie. Let me see, income statement, where are you? Oops. Net earnings attributable to the Kroger Company, 2244, again in millions. Number of shares as of 2022, 10K. You should always get the number of shares from the same statement that you get net income numbers. It's always in the document and entity information right there. 717. Okay. Hence EPS equals paste $3.13. Now, a lot of people make the mistake of calculating EPS and say, oh, Walmart is a more profitable company. Don't ever think of that. Number of shares is just an accounting unit, okay? If tomorrow Walmart decides that they're gonna do 10-to-1 reverse stock split, that means if you had 10 shares, now it's 1 share. All that's gonna happen, price is gonna multiply by 10. So EPS is gonna go up by 10 because there are 10 times less shares. But that doesn't mean that Walmart suddenly has become profitable. So don't ever use EPS, even within the same firm, as a comparison because number of shares also change. Okay? And don't definitely use EPS to make comparisons across firms. Because they have, in a sense, different currencies. And current Kroger share price, let's do KR, 46.54. Hence, PE is going to be 46.54 divided by 313. It's about 1486. So PE Walmart, I'm going to round it up, 37.7. Kroger, 14.9. So based on this alone, if I ask you, which one of these companies would you like to invest? What would your answer be?